Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today we are doing our second reading in the rest of 2024 series, and we are going to be looking at what's going on in your love life for the rest of this year. The first video that we did was general predictions for the rest of the year, so if you haven't seen that one yet and you would like to watch it, I will have it linked down below for you. But today, it is all about the love. It is all about your love life. So we're gonna see what's going on from right now, the time that you are watching this video, until December 31st, 2024. So there are 3 readings for you to choose from today. I'm gonna show you each of these crystals up close one by one, and please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. For my group number 1s, we have this moss agate heart. For my group number 2s, we have these intertwined clear quartz sticks. And for my group number 3s, we have this agate moon. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you guys chose the moss agate heart, this is going to be a reading all about your love life in the rest of 2024. From this group, I have to say, I'm picking up an energy of you being done. Like, you're done, you're over it. This could be towards love in general, or it could be towards dating in general, but it could also be towards a specific person or a specific pattern in your relationships that keeps repeating itself. But there's just this feeling of like, I'm tired, I'm done. So if that sounds like you, maybe that's a sign that this is your group. But we are gonna get into the cards and figure it out. So for the reading today, we have this reading here on YouTube as well as an extended. Here on YouTube, we are going to see your current energy in love versus the energy you're going to be in at the end of the year, so we can see what is shifting from now until the end of 2024. We are also going to get personalized messages. One message for those of you who do currently have a specific person, so like a love interest or a partner, and then one message for those of you who do not have a specific person right now. And these are going to be time stamped, so if you would like to skip through one of them, you can do that. And then we're going to look at a specific timeline of events that will transpire in your love life from now until the end of the year. So that is the reading here on YouTube. Then in the extended, we are going to be looking at more long-term predictions. So what is going to be happening with the situation beyond the year 2024? Will things last? Will things change again? We're going to see what you need to know about your person, whether that is your current person or a new one who is coming in, whatever you need to know about them. And then we're going to finish off with a yes or no and why answer to any question of your choice. It could be about your love life. I might assume that it's about your love life, but it can literally be any question you want to ask. 222. I just saw 222. Hi, it's me from the future, because I just finished your extended reading and we also ended up seeing a relevant time frame in your love life. So I just wanted to add that to the list and let you know that that's going to be in there. And it could be a time frame that is in 2024 or it could be later. So that's the reading today. Thank you so much for being here. And let's get into it. So this first row of cards here is going to represent your current energy in love. And we have protection. Very interesting. So just thinking about that initial energy that was coming through about being done with something, being over something, you could currently be in an energy of pushing unwanted energy away from you, pushing bad vibes away from you. And even looking at this waterfall, I feel like this person is like, universe, please cleanse me from this BS. So like I said, it could be a specific person or a specific type of person that you just don't want to attract anymore. Like maybe you are tired of emotionally unavailable people. Maybe you are tired of hot and cold people. You are tired of inauthentic people, immature people, people who are not on the same wavelength as you. You're like, universe, please take this away from me, cleanse me from this. It could be an experience from your past that you would like to be free from. It could be a cycle that you want to break free from. But I feel like you are currently in an energy of wanting to protect yourself from that bad or unwanted energy. We also have the Song of Ice and Fire, the polarity game, learning through contrast, which this is so interesting too, because I do feel that having this kind of unwanted experience, obviously it's not something we strive to have, but if we do look on a bright side, it can provide contrast so that we have a deeper understanding of what we really do want. I also feel, looking at this card, this group, you are really just interested in the real deal. Like you are not interested in temporary connections or casual connections. You're like, I want my true soul partner, like a soulmate or a member of my like-minded soul group. Yeah, and then we have attraction. So literally, I feel like these go in order to tell a story. Protection, contrast, attraction. You have a very good idea at this point of what you do not want in a relationship, what you want to stay away from. And that is very important. I feel like a lot of the experiences you've had up until now have provided contrast so that you understand better what you truly need. I think you are going into the rest of this year with a very clear idea as well of what you do want, because through experiences you've had, through treatment you have or haven't received, through the different love styles or love languages or dating styles that you've encountered, you've realized like, yeah, okay, this is definitely a deal breaker for me. Like I really, really need this in my relationship. I need to be treated this way. I need someone with these values. You've maybe had some realizations of, you know, I didn't realize how important this was to me, but this is actually a deal breaker for me in my relationship. I realize through experience that I really, really need my partner to be like this, or to have this value, or have this belief, or have this love language. And maybe even on the flip side, you've realized, I used to think this was really, really important for me in a relationship, but now I've realized that it is not a priority for me anymore. So yeah, it seems like you've been in this energy of figuring out and rejecting what you don't want so that you can attract more of what you do want. And I definitely have to say you are on the right path with that. So let's look at your energies for the end of the year. We have magnetic heart. Oh my gosh. So literally you are becoming a magnet to the type of person you want or the type of relationship that you want. I also really like the transition between these two cards, because this looks like a more dusk or evening setting, and then here it looks like the sun is coming up. So it's like the day is coming after a long night, and you may be feeling tired and over it right now, but by the end of this year you will be feeling hopeful. And look at how clear this water is. You can see right to the bottom. So there's a feeling of transparency, openness, vulnerability in a relationship, being able to really lay all your cards out, so to speak, and show your true self with someone. And I just love the word magnetic and attraction together. Like you are becoming a magnet for what you want. We also have the Song of Gaia, which this is actually the title of the deck. One planet, one heart, the magical world of duality. And also look at the contrast of these. This is like the polarity of fire and ice, You're learning through contrast. This definitely feels more like a union of similar souls. It's almost like sharing a heart or sharing a soul with someone or vibrating at the same frequency. You've had run-ins with a lot of souls who provided contrast, and that did provide a learning experience to learn more about yourself. But your energy in the end of this year is coming into a harmonious union with someone who mirrors you, with someone who has the same frequency as you. Moving from discord to harmony, that's a transition that's happening from now until the end of this year. And then we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So right away, when I look at this card, I feel like somebody is, I don't know if afraid is the right word, but somebody is wary. This could be you or this could be your counterpart. But it's, you know, sometimes after such a long night, after so many disheartening experiences, when you finally manifest your happy and healthy relationship, you can sometimes be wary or skeptical. And this feels like the energy of someone finally manifesting what they want, but being apprehensive about opening up their heart to it. It's like they finally found that partner with whom they can be their true self and take this mask off, but they're still kind of scared to do it. They're still a little bit scared from the past. This could definitely be your energy, but you could also be dealing with a person who maybe has been through a similar past of, you know, thinking that they found the right match and then it wasn't the right match, or taking off their mask only to be judged or only to be hurt. And so even though they're in this safe situation right now with the right person, it is kind of hard to take off this mask. And I really do like this image because of the little angel trying to help this person to take off their mask and say, it's okay to do so now, you're safe to do so. And so judging from this energy, it's likely that at the end of the year, you would have just met this person with whom you are safe. And so you're still kind of in the early stages and still, you know, deep down in your heart, it feels safe, but there's still that part of you that is afraid. Or you have moved into this new harmonious chapter with your person, and it's just taking some time. I'm hearing like it's taking some time for your nervous system to catch up. Like your nervous system didn't get the memo yet. Your soul knows that they are safe, but your body is still kind of like apprehensive. I need some time to really absorb that I'm okay now and that I'm safe now. But it looks like you're in a really good place at the end of this year. This is so cool. The contrast going from you have to be really protective of your energy, you're learning through contrast, to now you're attracting what it is that you truly desire. So this is a beautiful transition. Let's get some specific messages now. So we're going to start for those of you who do have a specific person. So this means you have a love interest, you have a partner. We're going to get a message for you. If you would like to skip this part, I'm going to start the message for those of you who don't have a specific person at this timestamp here. I have it on the bottom of the screen. But of course, you are welcome to stay for this message as well. There might be something in here for you. So my group number ones who do have a specific person. What is the message for my group number ones who do have a specific person? Okay, so we have two. We have, oh my gosh. So creativity and abundance and open your heart, which is the Empress and the Lovers. So things are looking very good for those of you who have a specific person. Dear one, you're being called to action. You're ready to accomplish great things and truly come into the fullness of who you are. It's a time for great creativity, giving birth to beloved projects, or becoming a parent. Follow your passion so that abundance and prosperity manifest for you. And then we have open your heart. Allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. Oh my gosh. I also like that they came out in this order, 3 and 6. Because there's a feeling of something doubling, right? With 6 being the double of 3. So the amount of time that you spend with your person could be doubling, or your income could be doubling. You could be even moving in together with your person if you don't live with them already. And so it's like your double income household, but your rent is cut in half because you live together now. There is something about your abundance increasing with your person. You could have a joint venture together that brings in money for you, or you both could just be thriving in your own individual lives and celebrating each other. You do have 2 major arcana, so the rest of 2024, like from whenever you're watching until the end of the year, does seem to be, I'm hearing going down in history, which is kind of dramatic, but it will be a significant chapter of your relationship that you look back on, because major arcana, these talk about major events, even fated events in your life. So your relationship does seem to be going through a big transition. There could be major commitments that are being made, like that moving in example that I just said. That's a really big step to take with someone. Entering into an official relationship, things like engagement, things like marriage, these kind of big steps. The fact that you have 2 major arcana, and I wasn't even trying to pull 2 cards. I was just trying to pull 1, and they said no, 2 major. Something big is happening. The Lovers is a very intimate card, and there's a lot of babies on the Empress card. So some of you could be starting a family, or there's a message about becoming a parent and giving birth, and the Empress is very fertile. So that could be a message for some of you if you are trying for that. There could be some good news. If you are not, be careful. If you are in a relationship with no potential of conception, then ignore me. But that could be a message for some of you. It's a time for great creativity, giving birth to beloved projects. I feel like you and your person definitely are a huge source of inspiration for each other in the work that you do and the things that you create. If one of you is a creative, you could be creating things inspired by the other. You could even be dedicating a pretty big project to the other person. I also feel like becoming more deeply woven into each other's lives is something that's happening in the rest of this year. So things like becoming more involved in each other's circles, in each other's friend groups, in each other's families, even taking care of an animal together, things that kind of bind you, so to speak, in a more official way. Let's roll a couple of dice as well. So I'm just going to take 2 random dice. Whoop, that almost fell on my lap. Oh yeah, we have Venus. So Venus is the planet of the Empress. It's also the planet of love and harmony and beauty. I do feel like there's going to be a spark that you are kindling or rekindling with this person, and you're going to be very attracted to each other. I'm hearing more than ever. So your physical attraction to each other, your displays of affection towards each other, your magnetism towards each other is getting much, much stronger. And it doesn't matter how long you've been together. You could be together for years and you've already gone through the honeymoon phase while you're having another one. Like the sparks are flying. And then we have Libra, which is ruled by Venus and is also associated with the Empress and broken record time. It is also associated with love, harmony, balance, reciprocity, partnerships, commitment. Things are looking good. One of you could have Venus in Libra. We also have Taurus and Gemini energy here. So Libra, Taurus, Gemini placements. Someone could even be a Taurus with Venus in Gemini or Gemini with Venus in Taurus. But oh my gosh, things look beautiful. You cannot make this up. Group number ones, it's looking good. So let's move on to those of you who do not have a specific person. And if you would like to skip this message, you can go to this timestamp, which I'll have at the bottom of the screen, but you are free to stick around for this part. My group number ones who do not have a specific person. Ooh, okay, that's a lot. I'm not going to take all of those because that was like 4 cards, but I will make a mental note of that. Actually, for those of you who do not have a specific person, all of those cards falling out could be indicating that many people are attracted to you, because we do have attraction, we do have magnetic heart. So you could be receiving offers from multiple people or just have a lot of people approaching you, paying attention to you, sending you messages, asking about you. I'm hearing someone could be asking about you or trying to get information about you through a mutual person in your life. We have the 2 of abundance, which is the 2 of pentacles. Life may be feeling a little out of balance right now. You could be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change to your dream career. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. Make your work as playful as possible. Multitasking with a positive attitude brings success. Okay, so there may be another area of your life other than love that is getting quite busy in the rest of this year, or that maybe is already quite busy. So your career, your family, you could be focusing on your studies, you could be focusing on your health, planning for the next chapter of your life. It feels like there's something else that is taking up a lot of your time and attention. 2121 as I'm saying this. So some of you are going through a leveling up in your life. Like maybe you are getting a surprise promotion in the rest of this year, and then you have to focus on getting accustomed to the new position. Or 21, that's also, because I'm thinking of the World card, that's also travel, relocation. You could be planning a move. There's something big. Maybe you are already aware of what this is and you're already dealing with it, but I do feel something significantly taking up a lot of your time and energy in the rest of this year, so that love and relationships is maybe not the main focus for you. But I actually do think there's a message here from your spiritual team to not completely shut down the possibility of meeting someone. You may even meet someone, 2222 as I'm saying this, you might even meet someone in the midst of your busyness, in the midst of these preparations. And I don't know why it's coming through like your spiritual team wants to say don't ignore it or don't shut it out. So I wonder if many of you will be feeling like, oh no, I can't focus on this right now. I can't I can't go on a date with this person because I have to do XYZ, or this is not the time to be meeting people. This is not the time to be falling in love because I have to do this. And I think your spiritual team is encouraging you to make space for love, dating, relationships, even if it's just a little bit. And for some of you, they're encouraging you to change your mindset around it. Because, and I'm going back to that energy of being over it. I feel like there's some of you in this group who feel like dating is a chore, or maybe you feel like going out is a chore, or getting to know people kind of feels like a hassle. And I think that your spiritual team is wanting you to take a more playful approach to it and a more no pressure approach to it. And if you open up your heart and open up your calendar a little bit for dating or for hanging out with a certain person, you will find that it's actually a great refresher, and it's actually a great stress reliever from the other heavy things that you may be dealing with in your life. So an example that's coming through is someone writing an essay. That's just a very specific example that's coming through. They have a really big paper to write, and this new person who they just met is asking them to meet for dinner or drinks or something. And they might be thinking, oh, like that's such a hassle. I'm gonna have to get ready, and then I have to travel there and back, and it's just, I can't be bothered. Plus I have to finish this paper. Or maybe they're feeling anxious of like, I can't go, I don't have time, I have this thing to do. And your spiritual team is saying, just go. You might be feeling it's a hassle right now, but it's gonna be really fun. And yes, you may be looking for a serious relationship, but that doesn't mean that the dating process cannot be lighthearted and fun. So yeah, it looks like they're wanting you to take a more playful approach, and no matter how busy life may get, don't shut off, or what is it called? Shut out. Don't shut out that time and space for meeting people or dating or having fun. So let's roll a couple of dice as well. We have Cancer and the number 2. So we have 2 2s, the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 here. A Gemini rising could be significant, because if I put these together, it's Cancer in the 2nd house. So you or someone you're dealing with could be a Gemini rising. They could be a Taurus or a Cancer as well, or a Capricorn. This is, I'm about to say a million signs, I'm so sorry, but this is also Jupiter energy. So that's Sag and Pisces energy. This is Jupiter in Capricorn, which that could also be a placement that somebody has. But yeah, you could be, because this is like work and finances and career, and Cancer is definitely more of on the introverted side and more of a homebody. And I feel like your spiritual team is kind of warning against that. Obviously, if you are a more introverted person and you are more of a homebody, I mean, same. I cannot take that away from you. It's a beautiful thing to be at home and to be comfy. And I also feel like you have ambitions right now, and there's a lot that you are focused on. But I just think your spiritual team is saying don't isolate yourself or don't shut yourself out. If you find yourself turning down invitations a lot, if you find yourself canceling plans a lot, if you find your social life is suffering because you're so hyper focused on some other area of your life, you may want to take the time to reevaluate that. Because I just feel like going out, it's one of those things where it might seem overwhelming and it might seem daunting before you go out there, but then once you are out, you will have a really good time. And this also gives me the feeling that you will likely either meet a new person when you're out and about, or you'll meet a new person who will be consistently making efforts to invite you out. And it's actually quite a sweet energy, because it's like, even if you said no to their invitations, or even if you canceled plans with them a bunch of times, they wouldn't be offended and they would keep trying because they really do like you and they really do want to see you. And it's like they want to help you. I feel like someone is coming in to help you come out of your shell, to help you come out of your hard Cancer crab shell, even if you're not a Cancer, and just, yeah, be a little bit more outgoing or a little bit more out of your comfort zone. So that is what I see for those of you who do not have a specific person right now. So for the last part of this reading, we're going to get into the timeline of events that is transpiring from now until the end of the year. The timeline of events for my group number ones. What is going on in group number one's love life? A bunch of cards falling out again. Honestly, regardless of your relationship status, you might just be having a lot of people approach you around this time, which of course, if you're in a committed monogamous relationship, you would probably be turning those down. But yeah, you could be receiving a lot of invitations or love offers around this time. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands. The 7 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Swords. Around the end of the year, there's something that we're getting nervous, anxious, or pessimistic about because something is taking a long time. Maybe there's something that is heavy or something that is difficult. And that's expected. Whatever this 10 of Wands is, it's something that is difficult, but that's to be expected. It's something that we know will get easier over time, but it's taking longer than we expected, and so we're starting to get anxious or we're starting to get pessimistic about it. I guess an example of this energy would be, I was talking about promotion earlier in the reading. I don't remember where I was talking about it, but I use an example of someone getting a promotion. It would be like if you received a promotion and because of that you have new responsibilities or you have more responsibilities. So it's more of a load on you. And at first, you're like, oh man, this is really hard, but of course it is. I just started, so of course it's going to be difficult, and of course it's going to take some time to get used to it. And I'm sure in a couple months, everything's going to be fine and I'll have gotten the hang of it. And that's why I think this, usually we see this 10 of Wands person hunched over, they look really tired. But because this person is not expecting to have to hold on to these for long, he seems pretty fine. But as time goes by, it seems like things are not getting easier. As time goes by, it seems like we're not getting the hang of this, and then we start to kind of panic. Maybe for some reason I'm imagining someone Google searching like, how long does it take to do XYZ? And then the results show something that is much less time than what it's taking them. And then they start to get in their head about it. Either maybe they're feeling insecure about being a late bloomer, so to speak, or they're just worrying about, oh my gosh, is this ever going to happen? And this energy can be applied in so many different ways, right? It might be someone, after how long of dating is it normal to get engaged? And then it's like, oh, all of these, and right, this is so silly when I say it out loud because everybody's journey is different. But when you have an insecurity, you might start to compare, you might start to look for what is the quote unquote normal amount of time that something should take, right? There is no normal amount of time. Whatever pace you're going at is perfect, but someone seems to be insecure about it. So they could be looking around at their peers or doing these Google searches like I'm seeing, how long does it take to master this skill? Oh my gosh, Google says a year, but I've been doing this for 3 years. Something must be wrong with me. There's this kind of feeling of something taking a long time. And we're worried about it even though nothing is wrong. So it could be a milestone or a new step in a relationship that we're worried about how long it's taking. It could be healing as well. Because there were messages about, at the start of this reading, needing some time to heal from something, or needing some time to feel safe in the relationship, needing some time to open up. And at first, and this could be something that both of you are going through together, because the 6 of Pentacles, something is being distributed evenly, right? And there's 2 people going through it together. And even in this 10 of Wands, the load of the Wands is split in 2. So it could be something that both of you are going through together. Even going back to, this is probably really just for a couple people, but going back to the messages about giving birth and conception and stuff like that. I was even just reading a book about fertility, which was very interesting, and I learned a lot, and it was kind of scary that I didn't know most of it, never learned that. But they were saying if you've been timing things properly every month, you should conceive after 4 months. And if you don't, then you should start thinking about it, that maybe we need some assistance. So, I mean, that's just another example. But I feel like that's the energy that you're in in the rest of this year. But you're going through it with someone else. So if you're already in a relationship or you already have a person of interest, then this is something you're going through with your person. If you don't have a specific person at the time that you're watching this 6 of Pentacles at the start of your timeline does lead me to believe that they are coming in very soon. And then there's something you're trying to do with them, or there's a place that you're trying to get to with them that you maybe won't reach by the end of the year, but it's very fine. It's totally fine. Like, everybody goes at their own pace, and there's been such beautiful energies in the previous parts of this reading that I know as an outsider, just looking at your cards, that there's nothing wrong with how long you and your person are taking to reach a certain place. Whether that's the level of commitment you're at, the level of vulnerability, the level of healing, the level of trust, whatever stage you're striving for, there's absolutely nothing wrong. I think someone maybe has heightened sensitivities around this, someone might have heightened insecurities around it that cause them to overthink. So an example of this might be if a person in the past got strung along in a situationship. Let's say they got strung along for a year and they're like, oh my gosh, I feel like such a fool that I waited that long and that person was never serious about me. When they enter into their next relationship, they might still have that fear. I cannot let that happen again. I cannot let someone string me on for that long again. And so because of their past experience, they might be hypersensitive about how long have we been dating and when are we gonna get into a relationship, because I do not want to repeat what I did before where I just waited around and was led on and then it never became a relationship. Someone is particularly anxious about getting to a certain destination by a certain time because of a past wound, I think, because the Nine of Swords really is about getting in your head about something and expecting the worst. And what I have seen from the Nine of Swords is that like 99% of the time there's nothing wrong. It's just your head. It's just your brain being your brain and being like, oh my gosh, we're doomed. And so, yeah, it feels like someone's particularly sensitive about it. And so whether this is you or the other person, you need to know that nothing is wrong with your pace. And the time that you are spending or the time that you are waiting for something, it is going to be worth it. You can even see in this card that, and this is kind of unique to this deck, that there's fruit growing on the trees. It's not just coins, there's literal fruit growing. So you are in a fertile land with your person. You are in a fruitful land with your person. Someone's sensitive about timing. So that is what I am seeing for the rest of 2024 in your love life. So we are going to take this over to the extended now, where we're going to look at more long-term predictions. So this was the rest of 2024, but what about after that? What about 2025? What about 2026? What about into the longer future? That is what we're going to look at in the next part. We are going to see what you need to know about your person, whether that's your current person, or for those of you who don't know them yet, what you need to know about the new person who is coming in. And then we will answer a yes or no question of your choice, including the reason. So if that sounds good to you and you would like to join me in the extended, I'm gonna have that linked down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment of this video. However, if you're gonna leave the reading here, I wanna say thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch tons of timeless, exclusive pick a card readings, just like the ones we do here on this channel. And you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro video of this song, intro song of this video. That is an original song with the little floating temple. And I'll also have my latest release link down below. And finally, my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to your higher self, to your person, to their higher self, and to your spirit guides, your spiritual teams, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number twos. So if you guys chose the crisscrossed clear quartz, This is going to be a reading all about your love life in the rest of 2024. So this is the reading that we have today. We have the reading here on YouTube as well as an extended. Here on YouTube, we are going to see your current energy in love versus the energy that you're going to be in at the end of the year so that we can see what is shifting throughout the rest of this year. Then we are going to get some personalized messages. So there will be a message for those of you who do currently have a specific person, such as a love interest or a partner, and then a message for those of you who do not currently have a specific person. And these are going to be time-stamped so that you are free to skip through any parts that don't apply to you or that you don't want to watch. And then we are going to get a timeline of events that is happening from now at the time that you are watching all the way to the end of this year. So that is the reading here on YouTube. Then in the extended, we're going to look more in the long term. So beyond the year 2024, what is happening in your love life? Are things changing? Are they staying the same? How are the energies growing or evolving? And we are going to see what you need to know about your person. So for those of you who do have a specific person, we'll be looking at what you need to know about them. For those of you who do not, we'll be looking at what you need to know about the future person who is entering your life. Then we are going to answer a yes or no question, including the reason. And this will be any question of your choice. I may assume that you're asking about your love life, and so the answer might kind of sound like that, but you don't have to ask about your love life. It can be literally any yes or no question that you want to ask. And then finally, we will look at a relevant time frame in your love life, which could be in the year 2024 or it could be later. So that is the reading for today. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it. So we are starting with your oracle cards to represent your current energy in love. We have Lunar Waters and 222 as I'm holding up this card. We have Water of Life, Emotions, Exploring the Depths. And we have Healing Family Issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I think it's so interesting that 222 came up when I was holding up Lunar Waters, because this is very much giving High Priestess energy, and 2 is the number of the High Priestess. First of all, we have the theme of the moon, we have the night sky, we have the theme of water. We also have the theme of water here. So it just feels very high priestessy. You could have strong water placements, or you could be dealing with someone who has strong water placements, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But this definitely feels like an energy of introspection and facing your emotions and allowing them to come out. The fact that there's clouds in this card, it seems like there may be some confusion surrounding your emotions. So you're either unclear of why you feel the way you feel, like what is at the root of it, or there may even be some emotions in your depths that you do not realize are there. They're in the subconscious, but they are very much influencing how you act and how you show up in the world. And seeing that this is a waxing moon and how the water is pouring from it, this could be a time of heightened emotional sensitivity, but it's a good thing. It's like your emotions are being magnified so that you can finally see what they are and where they are coming from. This could be a moment of having a lot of epiphanies about how you truly feel and how your emotions have been influencing you, and especially the way you show up in relationships. So it's really like exploring, literally says on this card, exploring the depths of your emotions. Yeah, it says word for word on this card what the energies are. And this is a pretty literal message, healing family issues. As you go through this kind of exploration, there could be a lot that comes up about your childhood, and more specifically about your relationship with your parents. You could also have some deep feelings surrounding the relationship that your parents had with each other, or the dynamics you observed in your childhood of how the adults in your life interacted with each other or treated each other. This could be something that comes up. Let's look at your end of year energy. Temple of the Sea. Look at how beautiful that is. I love this because temple to me feels like sacred. It feels like a sacred energy, and it feels safe. As you start on this journey of exploring the depths of your emotions, it might be something that feels uncomfortable or even scary. But yeah, it's almost as if you are plunging into water, and it might feel too cold at first, or it might feel too hot at first, and you're kind of scared to jump in, but you get accustomed to the temperature. It starts to feel comfortable to be in there, and you start to get used to swimming around in there. You are no longer afraid or uncomfortable with sitting in your own emotions. And by the end of this year, you're reaching a place where your inner world feels very safe. It's no longer something that you avoid. It's no longer something that is associated with shame or confusion. It is a place that you know very well. It's your home. It's your temple. Even those feelings itself of fear and shame when it comes to exploring the depth of your emotions, that could be something that comes from childhood or from familial relationships. For example, if you grew up in a family where it was considered weak, or cringe is not the best word, but kind of like, ugh, we don't want to touch that, or even shameful to be sensitive or to be vulnerable or to be emotional. Maybe crying was not very accepted, or anytime you had an emotion, it was like you're overreacting. Emotions were maybe an inconvenience. We don't have time for that. There could be some, or even, I just heard the word weaponized. So, and I saw a child expressing an emotion. Maybe the child is sad or disappointed, and the parent being like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I'm such a terrible parent. And it's like, that's not what I'm saying. But then feeling like, okay, never mind, clearly my emotions hurt you, so let me just pack those up. So, you know, there could be so many things that lead to a fear, shame, or a discomfort of expressing your emotions. And it's like your inner world was not yours anymore, or it was not accessible anymore. And I feel like this is a transformation of you reclaiming your emotions and reclaiming your inner world, where in the past, it's like, I'm scared of what's going to come out. I'm scared of what my emotions are going to do if they come out, to now reaching a place where they can flow freely and you can feel safe to do that. It's really beautiful. There was a transition like this in group 1 too, where we were going from a dark night sky to a light sky. It feels like the sun rising after a long night. Yeah, we have inner child, innocence and wonder, holding the little one within. So this is definitely confirmation of dealing with things that stem from family relationships, childhood. And then we have let your friends help you. That is so beautiful. Ask for and accept support from others. So obviously this is a love life reading, but I feel like the healing that you're doing here could also have a really positive impact on your friendships, especially developing more intimacy in your friendships and allowing your friends to help you and support you, and allowing your friends to hold you in difficult times rather than feeling like you have to hold it all in and deal with it yourself. Learning how to depend on your friends. I just feel like your friendships are really going to blossom and strengthen during this time as well. Your friends could also help you through this transition if you want to and feel comfortable with talking to them through it. They maybe have similar experiences that they can provide their insights, or they can help you feel less alone. I definitely feel with this card that this healing journey, although I was picking up that it could be a very introspective time for you, it certainly does not mean that it has to be isolating or that you have to go through this alone. And yeah, it's such a beautiful card to come out. You could even be reconnecting with a childhood friend or repairing an old friendship as well. But friendships are definitely getting closer too, which isn't that beautiful? It's your relationship with yourself, with your friends, with your family, and of course, romantic love that is going to be improving from this. So I'm really happy with the energies here. We're gonna get into the personalized messages now. So starting with those of you who do have a specific person, 1111 as I said that, for those of you who do have a specific person, so a love interest or a partner, this will be your message. If you do not have a specific person and you want to skip this part, you can go to this timestamp, which I will put at the bottom of the screen. But of course you are welcome to stick around for this message, as there may be something in here for you. So I will leave that up to you. My message for group number ones, group number twos. Group number twos who have a specific person. That came out very quickly. Healer. Healer of action. I believe this is the Queen of Wands, probably because there's a cat and the Queen of Wands has a cat. Cats could be significant to you. You could have a cat. You could have a cat in the spirit realm who is with you. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. I'm really happy to see this card because we have healing combined with action. And so I feel that you and your specific person right now are both, I was gonna say you're active participants in your healing journey, but you're also, I feel, active participants in each other's healing journey right now. And there's a sense of you holding each other accountable in your healing journeys. This could be literally, like you are literally encouraging each other to heal and supporting that, and maybe perhaps even giving each other advice or insights. It could also be in the sense of leading by example. So your person watching you healing and growing inspires them to do the same. It could be more of an inspiration thing, even if you're not directly being like, I'm holding you accountable to heal. But that is the effect that you have on each other. I think that you're both self-aware. You both know what you desire to heal in order to experience more joy with each other. And I think it's something that you're both committed to. So this is a very beautiful card to come out. Also, this feels like healing through action. So it's not just about doing shadow work. I mean, that is technically action, but being out there together and living life together, interacting with each other. You will heal through your interactions. It's not like you have to heal on your own and then you come together. You can be together, interacting with each other, doing things together, living life together. And those experiences that you share will provide healing to you. The Queen of Wands has a very sunny, bright, a sunshine type of energy, a cheerful type of energy. So I do think this is an energy you will be in with your person. If the energies have been heavy with your person, you can rest assured that the energy is going to get lighter from here on out. And you could literally be going out more with your person, hanging out with them outside. That's kind of a specific message. But rather than just hanging out at home, which there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but you could be going out on dates more, or going to parties, or sort of planning activities to do together, rather than being like, do you want to hang out? And then just kind of lounging around, which again, nothing wrong with that. But I just see you in a more active energy of, hey, let's go to the beach. Let's go to let's go see that movie. Let's go try that new restaurant. Let's go to that exhibition, whatever. So yeah, like planning to actually do stuff together in a more intentional way. There could be something about your physical connection getting closer as well. For some of you, that could be being in closer physical proximity, like you were maybe living far away from each other and now you're closer. It could be you're spending more time together in person, in the flesh. Someone could be becoming more physically affectionate or becoming more comfortable with physical contact as well. So let's get a die for... Whoa! Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to fling that, but let's see. We have the sun! Beautiful. Fiery energy. The Queen of Wands represents fire signs, so somebody could have their sun in a fire sign, or maybe both of you do. Specifically Aries. Someone could have an Aries sun, but it could be any fire sign. Sun in Sag, sun in Leo. Cancer as well, because the queens have that cardinal and water energy. So yeah, but the sun, it's exuberant. I don't think I've ever used that word in reading. Maybe I have. It's exuberant, it's joyful, it's bright. So I feel like this definitely confirms that the energy is getting lighter between you and your person. You could be really starting to see your person come out of their shell more. They could be becoming more talkative, more showing their sense of humor more, showing their more playful side. It's even giving inner child vibes, this sun energy, it's Leo energy. That is very much inner child as well. You could be becoming louder around each other, which is a sign that you're comfortable. Okay, so that's the message for those of you who do have a specific person. So now we're going to look at the message for those of you who do not have a specific person. If you do have a specific person and you want to skip this part, then you can use this timestamp that I will have at the bottom of the screen. But you are welcome, of course, to stick around, as there might be something in here for you. So my group number 2s who do not currently have a specific person. There also could be something, this is very specific, but some of you are healing from criticisms or judgment or sort of comments that you might have received as a child about your physical appearance that is kind of inappropriate, or comments that you heard adults around you making. You know, for example, like if someone was commenting about your features, I'm sorry if this is triggering, about your features or about your body, and it's like, I'm a literal child, why should I be worried about how I look, you know? Kind of like an adult projecting the way they judge themselves and their own insecurities onto you. I'm also hearing the words prim and proper. So some of you may have had an adult in your life growing up who was very concerned with being proper and being very poised and clean and neat and tidy and showing your best face to other people. Like, don't embarrass me, the neighbors are coming over kind of vibes. which, don't embarrass me, is a wild thing to say to a child if someone did say that to you. Okay, my group number 2s who do not have a specific person. That also came out quite quickly. The 4 of action, and this is the 4 of wands. Oh my gosh, I don't mean to be dramatic, but you could be literally meeting the person that you're gonna marry one day. Or you could be meeting someone at a wedding, because this is weddings and marriage. It's joyful union. You will meet someone when you are in your element, doing something that you love, doing what feels natural to you. I kind of want to say in your comfort zone. You don't have to do anything out of your comfort zone or out of your natural rhythm. Or maybe a better way to say it is that you don't have to go out of your way to meet someone. When you're vibing, when you're living life, when you're doing what you love and what comes naturally to you, that is how you will meet them. Although this could be a hint for some of you that you would meet at some kind of celebration, like a wedding, for example, or some kind of party, but it wouldn't be a party just for the sake of having a party. I don't think for most of you, it'd be to celebrate a specific thing. It could be a reunion as well. Your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event, such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. Yeah, you could be meeting someone at a celebration. I also think that quite simply, this card is here because your spiritual team would like you to celebrate yourself and to celebrate your victories. And it is saying that you deserve a vacation. And I think that this is a reminder that all of us need sometimes. 2222 as I'm saying this, which I feel like in this case is highlighting the importance of balance. You know, work hard, play hard. Work hard, rest hard. Rest at ease. But we tend to achieve things and then already be looking to the next thing. And I think this is just a gentle reminder to rest after your big achievements and to celebrate how far you've come. You could meet someone on vacation or when you're in a more relaxed and easy phase of your life. If you are in a very hectic, difficult, demanding period of your life right now, I also think this card is letting you know that a more vacation-like energy is coming to your life soon, where you can just relax a bit more. This is Venus in Aries, which could be significant. You could have Venus in Aries, or you could be dealing with someone who has Venus in Aries. Or in synastry, one of you could have Venus in the other person's first house. So to use myself as an example, I'm a Taurus rising. Taurus is my first house. So if this was my reading, it could be someone who has Venus in Taurus. Or you could have Venus in their rising sign as well. Which I feel like that's a sign of being very, if you want to sign how you found your person, you will think they're the most freaking beautiful creature to walk this earth. And there's something about, you would feel very happy and proud to be associated with them. So let's say you did meet this person at a celebration and then you're striking up a conversation with them. You would be very happy that people are seeing you with this person, which means that you admire them a lot. You find them to be very like attractive or cool or impressive. And the feeling is definitely mutual. Ooh, I'm like blushing a little bit thinking about it. Like, okay. So let's roll a die for you as well. We have the sign of Pisces. So Fire and water placements are coming out quite a bit for this group, eh? Because we were talking about a water placement over here as well. And Pisces people, they can have Venus in Aries. So that might be a specific combo, or Aries with Venus and Pisces, which is me. Yeah, so Pisces energy. That could be that, because Pisces is that kind of dreamy, hard to grasp subconscious energy. You could dream about this person before you meet them, or that could be a sign when you've met your person, because you'll start dreaming about them a lot and they'll kind of always be in the back of your mind. You may not even be having a specific thought about them. It's just that their presence kind of lingers around you. Your presence lingers around them too. And I feel like I was going to say something, but now it's gone. And how on brand for Piscean energy. It's like a slippery fish. You cannot hold it. It just swims away. Whew. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was going to say, but maybe life is going to start feeling like a dream, because it's feeling like a vacation. It's just feeling very beautiful. Oh, you know what I think I was going to say is that before you meet them, you might just have a weird feeling that, like, you wake up that morning and you're like, I don't know, I feel like I had an important dream, but I can't remember it. Or I feel like something big is going to happen, but I don't know what it is. It's something that's hard to put your finger on. Yeah. Okay, so that concludes the personalized messages. So let's go ahead into your timeline of events. Starting from right now, the time that you are watching, and going all the way to the end of 2024. Okay. This person, okay, I know she doesn't look like Lord that much, but I keep looking at her and thinking about Lord. She only looks like 20% like her, but there you go. Lord could be significant. And she is a water sign. She's a Scorpio. I'm also seeing in these cards, there's a lot of light colored hair, light brown, golden, blondish, orange hues. So that could be a significant feature. Whether it's naturally the natural color or not, it doesn't matter. Someone could dye their hair this color. Group number 2's timeline of events. Ooh, okay, we have the Empress. And I just got a rush of happiness when I saw the Empress card. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the 3 of Cups. There's those friends again. And that's celebratory energy again. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, these are all just light-hearted, celebratory. This is really happy energy, group number 2. I'm very happy to be able to deliver this message to you. Thank you for clicking on this video so that I could channel your energy and be uplifted by it. So Oh, I want to say as well, another possible combination is somebody with a Libra sun and a Virgo Venus, or somebody with a Virgo sun and a Virgo Venus. Leo sun. Oh, it could also be Leo sun and Virgo Venus. Leo sun, Mercury in Cancer. Yeah. Taurus sun, Venus in Pisces. Okay, let me stop. Actually, if another one comes up, I might say it. But anyway, that's what's coming right now. So, where do I begin? This is beautiful. This Empress, I feel, is definitely you. Just feeling so in love with yourself. This is the energy of you feeling yourself and giving yourself unconditional love. Holding the little one within, but also holding all versions of you that exist. You're in love with future you as well, but understand that future you, although they may be a more idealized version of you or a more aspirational version of you, they are not inherently more lovable than you. Future you has manifested all of the things that you desire and realized that that didn't make them any more lovable or any more worthy. That doesn't mean they don't appreciate those things. It's just something that they want you to know. Future you says, the way I love myself right now and the way I love my life right now, there's no reason you cannot do that where you are in your timeline. Future you says that to you. There's no reason you in your current moment cannot love you the way that I love me right now in the future with everything extra that I've manifested. Because it's you who did this. You're the person who built this. This life that me, future me, is living in, you are the architect of it. You are the seed planter of it. I think with this comes a moment as well of realizing how powerful you are to create your dream reality. I think you're feeling beautiful on the inside and out, feeling empowered, kind of feeling unstoppable. When I looked at this wheat, even though it's not really in the focus of the picture, it kind of looks like the Empress is gazing at the wheat in front of her. There could be something happening right now or something that's happening very soon, because this is at the beginning of your timeline, where you are seeing your hard work paying off and you're very proud of yourself. Or just getting a sign from the universe that you're on the right path. And it could be something as simple as like someone recognizing your work or someone praising your work or hearing from someone who means a lot to you words of encouragement. I was just watching a live stream of, and I'm actually not even super familiar with this musician. I think my guides showed me that live stream because I asked for a sign, because I don't know this musician very well, but I sat there and watched the whole thing. And she was so happy and overjoyed because a very famous musician who I do know of, I think most people do, who she really looked up to, saw her perform live and said like, that was really cool. And just hearing it from that one person meant everything to her. And her happiness was so contagious. And you could be going through some kind of moment like that where it doesn't necessarily have to be a worldly achievement, but it could be words that someone says to you or just some sign from the universe that's like, hey, you're doing good. You're on the right path. Because I'm sure to that musician whose live stream I was watching, hearing those words from that one person was like, holy crap, that's a sign that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and that my hard work was worth it and that I shouldn't give up. And actually she was saying things to that effect and encouraging everybody else to believe the same thing. So, you could have a moment like that as well, where it just feels like the universe is recognizing your hard work and the universe is confirming that you're on the right path. And you need to know that you did that. You manifested that. You put in the work. I think it's important to give yourself credit and give yourself appreciation, because future you gives you a lot of credit and a lot of appreciation. Future you is very proud of the current you, which I think is it's beautiful character development, because there might have been points where you were ashamed or embarrassed of past versions of yourself, but future you is very proud and appreciative of past versions of them, which includes the current you. I feel like I'm jumping the timeline a lot, so I hope that what I'm saying makes sense. But anyway, I think you're just feeling very good and feeling on top of the world and feeling a lot of love around you. Like I said, I think your friendships are in a really beautiful place, or they're about to be in a really beautiful place. So you're feeling self-love, you're feeling love from your friends. If you have your person in your life already, you're feeling love from them. These are both Venusian energy. So for the next while, I think you're just really in your feelings, but your feelings are beautiful. Your feelings are so loving. For those of you who have your own business, or who are self-employed, or who are moving in that direction, the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles next to each other, this is a really good sign that things are going to be going well for you financially, and that you won't have to compromise, that you'll get to do things exactly how you want to do it, in your own style, in your own approach. And that you're finding your crowd who is very appreciative of what you do. You could be, the Knight of Pentacles is independence. So for those of you who haven't met your person yet, it's also kind of a happily single energy, like self-love, happily single. So for those of you who haven't met your person yet, I feel like for the next while, that's not really your main focus. And that's not to say you don't want love, but I think you're just like, I don't need it. I'm super happy on my own. I'm super happy with my life right now. You're so enriched in other areas of your life that even if your person hadn't come into your life yet, you wouldn't really feel like anything is missing. When they do come into your life, that will make it even better, but it's not like something is missing because they're not here yet. I think you're very much with these two cards as well in an energy of gratitude and feeling very abundant with how your life is now. Next, we have the Three of Cups. So for those of you who have not met your person yet, this, and I'm going to sound like a broken record because these are both celebration cards. So I feel like it's quite likely you're going to meet in an environment that has a celebratory energy or a merrymaking energy. There could also be something about work or your job or your industry involved, because we have the 9 and the 8 of Pentacles. I don't feel like that's for everyone. For some of you, I really think it's just a place of celebrating and merrymaking. But it could be, you know, like it would be like if there was a couple and they were both musicians and they met at the Grammys or something, or they met at some kind of award show, or they met at some kind of gala or something like that. So it is a celebratory place, but it's kind of involved in a certain industry. So for some of you, it could be something like that. And it does seem like there is a third party introduction. I see that very often with the Three of Cups. A mutual friend introduces you, or you make a new friend at that place, and then they're like, this is my friend so-and-so, this is my coworker so-and-so, this is my business partner. It feels like you are getting introduced to them through another person. I kind of want to channel an unrelated message, but for those of you who are on a self-started career journey, like your own business, there's just a message, the moment you stop waiting for people to do stuff is when you'll really start to become successful. When you're like, okay, it's just me, so for now I'm gonna do what I can do by myself and I'm gonna do my best. Just not waiting for anyone's permission, not waiting for anyone's help, not waiting for anyone's promotion, not relying on connections you may or may not have, and just doing like DIY, doing what you can on your own. That's not to say you're gonna do that forever, but if you just get started like that and stop waiting for someone else, that's when you're really gonna reach success. And people who will help and collaborators will come in later. When they see what you've created, they will be attracted to it. Sorry, that was a little bit unrelated, but it just came up and I had to mention it. For those of you who do have a person, this Three of Cups, and this came out in group number 1 as well, and I love to see it. Three of Cups, when you're already in a relationship or already have a person, it kind of feels like a crossover where you're starting to make friends with their friends and they're making friends with your friends. Or it could even be things like you are hanging out with their family when they're not there, because now you have a relationship with them that is not reliant on your person. So, or making friends with their friends and you just have your own friendship exclusive from your person. And so you can hang out with them. And this also gives a lighthearted and outgoing feeling. So I think I was talking about it here. The energy is lighthearted between you and your person, and you could be doing better financially. And so you can afford more experiences that you've wanted. So maybe you're going on trips together. Maybe you're going on more dates that cost money. You're not limited to the activities that you can do together. So you're starting to have more fun. You're starting to be able to have new experiences together. And that joy that you experience together then inspires you to work even harder. It's like this beautiful positive loop where you work really hard and that hard work pays off and you manifest abundance, and then you share that abundance with each other on your shared experiences, on your dates, on making memories, and then that uplifts your spirits, and then that pushes you to work even harder. It's like a really beautiful positive cycle. So, and whether you're just meeting this person now or you're already with this person, I feel like that's the vibe that you're in. You're just having so much fun together, and that fun that you have together really charges you, and it makes you more ambitious, and it makes you more hardworking, and it makes you like, yeah. And I don't want to say your person is the reason that you're working hard, but they definitely give you fuel. You know, even if you're just at work in your office, you think about them and you're like, hee, my person, hee. And it makes you happier at work. It makes you want to work harder. So it's a really nice feedback loop. I don't know if that's the right term, but you really feed into each other's motivations and hard work, and you help each other manifest abundance, and then you get to share it with each other. And it looks very nice. So this is what I am seeing. I guess the end of year could be particularly busy for you because this is at the end of your timeline. Maybe you're celebrating end of year holidays and then you're like, okay, back to work now. Fun time is over. Well, it's actually not, because whatever you're doing for work is also fun. But yeah, there's something about end of year being kind of busy that maybe you should know about. You're maybe preparing for something. Yeah, so that is everything that I'm seeing. We're gonna go over to the extended now, where we see long-term predictions. So this brought us to the end of 2024, but we wanna see what comes after that. Will these energies stay? Will they change? How will they progress? We are gonna see what you need to know about your person. So your current person that you're with, or the new person who's coming into your life, what you need to know about them. A yes or no question of your choice, including the reason why, and a relevant time frame in your love life, which could be either in 2024 or after. So if that sounds good to you and you'd like to join me in the extended, I'm going to have that link down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment. However, if you're going to leave the reading here, I want to say thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch tons of timeless, exclusive pick a card readings, just like the ones we do here. And you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I'll also have my latest release link down below. And finally, my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really, really appreciate having you here. And I'm sending so much love to you, to your higher self, to your person's higher self, and to anyone who appeared in this reading, to your spirit guides, your spiritual teams, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, number threes. So if you guys chose the Agate moon, this is going to be your reading all about your love life in the rest of 2024. As you maybe noticed, I have a different candle out for you guys because the one that we had before finished right as I was finishing group number 2's reading. So you guys have this new blue one still in theme with the colors. And I also put, these are the little stones that were in the previous candle. I just put them in this little bowl. So they are going to be here with us. She's with us in spirit. But anyway, let's get into your reading. So we have the reading here on YouTube as well as an extended today. Here on YouTube, we're going to start by seeing your current energy in love versus your energy at the end of the year to see what is shifting for you. Then we are going to get personalized messages. So there will be a message for those of you who do currently have a specific person, so a love interest or a partner. There will also be a message for those of you who don't currently have a specific person. And I will put timestamps, so if you wanted to skip through one of these, you are welcome to do that. And then we are going to have a timeline of events that are transpiring in your love life from now, the time that you are watching, through to the very end of the year. And then in the extended reading, we are going to be looking more at the long-term future. So beyond the year 2024, what is happening in your love life? Are the energies changing? Are they staying the same? How are things progressing? We are going to see what you need to know about your person. So if you do have a specific person, we'll see what you need to know about them. If you do not, then we'll see what you need to know about the future person who is coming into your life. And then we will answer a yes or no question of your choice, including the reason. I may assume that you are asking about your love life, and so the answer might kind of sound like that. Actually, it's been pretty general for group 1 and 2, but just that to say you can ask any question. It doesn't have to be about your love life. And yeah. And then at the very end of the extended reading, we are going to get a relevant time frame for your love life. And this time frame could be in 2024 or it could be later. So that is the reading for today. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to see is your current energies in love. We have Mermaid. That is a beautiful card. You may feel connections to mermaids. We have the Tree of Life, meeting of the earth and sky, interconnecting the dimensions. And then we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, group number 3, I just have to say, I'm really getting the sense of past life energy, specifically that you have likely had many past lives or many other lives not on this earth. You have incarnated many times on earth, but you've also incarnated many times not on earth. Sometimes you might feel a longing for a home, but you don't even know where that home is, or you don't even know if that home exists on this planet. And you've maybe taken many non-human forms. Like I said, you might feel a special connection to mermaids or to, I mean, this is an aquatic deck in general. It's an ocean deck, but you might feel a special connection to the ocean, to marine life forms, or to aquatic worlds. Also, with this reconciliation, this also made me think of a past life. For those of you who do have a specific person, I feel like this card is confirming that you have a past life connection with them. Perhaps you've even had many previous incarnations with them. And for those of you who don't have a specific person yet, this will likely be who you are calling into your life. Someone with whom you have a long soul history. And I do feel that many of you, I almost want to say most of you who chose this group, at least know who this person is and you are familiar with their energy. Whether or not you have a 3D connection or a 3D history with them at the time that you're watching this reading, that will probably be different for all of you, but I do feel that most of you who chose this group know who this person is. You have been acquainted with their energy, you have felt their energy. And so even if you hadn't had a 3D interaction with them, I feel like there would be an almost instant recognition, or literally an instant recognition. So for your end of year energy, we have, oh my gosh, Akashic Waters, Soul Song. Geez, group number 3, what is your soul song? It's calling you home. 555 as I'm holding up this card. And express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. There's also a theme of birds. We have the 2 birds here. So birds could be significant to you as well. Akashic Waters. This is totally giving me the feeling of exploring your various incarnations. I don't necessarily feel a shift between your current energy to the end of year energy. I think this is more so showing an energy that you are going to be exploring for the rest of this year. When I think of mermaids, they're sort of, I mean, they're their own creature, but they're sort of in between being a person and being a fish. And I'm thinking of Piscean energy. You may kind of feel for the rest of this year like you are in between worlds. Like you're existing on this plane, but you're also existing somewhere else. You may feel your consciousness is in the 3D, but your consciousness is also in other dimensions. Or you're here in this vessel, but you're also in a different vessel in a parallel timeline. Or you're here, but you're also in the past. You may kind of feel like you're existing or you're observing different places, different planes, different dimensions. You're not really all in one place, which I think is very fascinating. It could be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. I definitely feel like your psychic abilities are going to be very heightened for the rest of this year, or they probably already are. And you could be learning more about your current relationship or the relationship that is on its way to you by exploring past life memories, learning about the history of this connection, getting more insight about what you will learn from each other in this lifetime, what you will accomplish together, how you are together, what your dynamic is. I feel like you can learn a lot about this connection from knowledge that you already have. Even before things unfold here in the 3D, you already have a wealth of knowledge about this connection and about this match that you are with this other soul. We do have for your end of year energy, express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So for those of you who this person is in your life currently, You may be gaining courage by the end of this year to make a move towards them or to express something to them. Or you may be gaining the path to do so. If you have identified this person but you don't know how to approach them, or you don't have a way to approach them at this time, this card is saying that you will by the end of the year, but you will still need the courage to be bold and make that move. I also think in general, your spiritual team is encouraging you to express this love in any way you can, because this love is a beautiful force that runs through you, and it can do amazing things in your life. So even if you're not expressing it to this person directly just yet, letting this love run through you and letting this love guide you will be very beneficial in your life. Expressing it through the things that you create, expressing it through how you treat yourself, expressing it through how you treat others, letting that love shine through in everything you do, letting it be an inspiration to you, letting it inform the decisions you make, helping you to make more loving decisions. This love that you have with this soul, it can do so much for you, and it can be expressed in so many different ways. And so maybe something you're doing in the rest of this year is finding different ways that you can express it, finding different ways that you can let it help you and uplift you and guide you. Because again, it's like there's so much you can do with it, not just a human expressing it to another human on this plane right now. It transcends that. This is a very big, you're very big souls, and this is a very big, expansive, vast connection. Okay. I also love this. What is your soul song? It's calling you home. Singing or songs could be significant. You or your person could be a singer, or you could meet through a shared love of a singer, or maybe you receive messages from them through songs. You could receive messages from them through birds as well, like birds visiting you, or hearing the song of birds, or the image of a particular bird could be significant. They're calling you home. You're calling each other home. Okay, so 11:44, just as I finished saying that. And we also saw 555, right? I think we did. 1, 4, 5 could be significant numbers. 1 and 4 is 5. Also, the Hierophant card, the Temperance card, be on the lookout for those. You could be seeing them frequently, and they could have messages for you about your connection. So what we're going to do now is get some personalized messages. So I'm going to start with a message for those of you who do have currently a specific person in mind, so a love interest or a partner. If you don't have a specific person and you'd like to skip this part, you can do so by skipping forward to the timestamp that's at the bottom of the screen here. But of course, you're welcome to stick around for this message because there might be something in here for you. So I'll leave that up to you. My group number 3s who do have a specific person. We have successful completion. Okay, and this is the World card. This is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion, and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon you'll begin a new journey, but for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. Every group today, whether it was in this main reading or in the extended, has gotten the World card, which is so interesting to me. I wonder if it could be just the whole collective, or the collective in this community here who watches these readings. But it seems like all of us are reaching the end of a cycle and it feels very celebratory. Something is reaching fulfillment or completion, the culmination of efforts, something we've been working towards, many of us, for years. There could be a completion in integrating lessons, in healing, something finally clicking for you, the manifestation of something very big, coming into union with your counterpart. There's like big cycles are ending with the end of this year, at least for this collective here on my channel, which thank you very much for being here. I'm very excited to be receiving this news and sharing it with you. I wonder if there's also a lot of people in this collective who are in long distance or international relationship type situations, or have cultural or language differences with their partners, just because the world, you know, if I take it literally, it can have that meaning. I also think we have a lot of power couple and power relationship goals type unions in this collective as well. And it's funny, I'm talking about the collective a lot, so that could be the well-being and I want to say the ascension and the freedom, the liberation of the collective could be something that is really important to you through your union with yourself and with your counterpart. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a strong hope and a strong desire to inspire and uplift the collective. And that's probably also why all those messages were coming up about the various ways that you can use this love. It's not just about two humans giving the love to each other, which is a beautiful thing. But I think you know that this love can be, I want to say, employed in many ways and can reach so many people and can uplift so many people. And I feel like that's something that is important to you, to express it outward to everyone and everything. I think this is a relationship that really brings you back to that truth that you are one with everyone and everything. And serving the collective is probably something that is really important to you and your person. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon you'll begin a new journey. But for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. This successful completion could be coming into a union with your person, or it could be something that you are successfully, well, I mean, that is something you're successfully completing together. But if you're already with your person, then you could be completing or achieving something together. You could be, I feel like you're both ambitious and eager, and you could be, or all of you are, and you're looking for more ways to expand your horizons. I feel like you're looking for the next adventure. You're looking for the next lesson. And I'm smiling. I feel like your spiritual team is smiling, and they feel a bit of humorous irony, because when we're learning our lessons, we're like, oh my God, how much longer do I have to deal with this lesson? How much longer is it going to take? And then when you've completed the lesson, you're already like, okay, now give me something else. And they're like, weren't you just complaining about learning lessons and now you want a new lesson? But that's how it is. I feel like it's the same with incarnation. We're like, get me out of here. I'm so sick of Earth. But when we leave Earth, we're gonna want to come back. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like that happens a lot. Why did I choose to come here? And then when you leave, you're like, so about that, can I go back? Yeah, it's like you and your person, you're already setting your sights on the next adventure, or maybe you're looking for the next endeavor, the next challenge, the next travel. But your spiritual team is saying, for the rest of this year, let's just chill. Let's enjoy our accomplishments. Let's just enjoy each other's company. I don't feel like there's going to be any more hard lessons for the rest of the year. Okay, I'm going to roll a die. We have the sign of Libra. Someone could have Saturn in Libra because the world is Saturn related to the planet of Saturn. Someone could also have Capricorn and Aquarius placements because that's Saturn as well. Perhaps Venus in Capricorn and Aquarius, or they could have them on the angular houses, the first, fourth, seventh, or 10th house. You could have Capricorn, Aquarius, or Libra there. Obviously that's not going to be everyone, but that could be a confirmation for you. And I think that there's a feeling of not knowing where you end and someone else begins. And that could be something you feel with your person. It's hard to tell where you end and where they begin. Or just something that you have both felt in general in the world. Maybe you pick up on others' energies very vividly. So it's hard to know where your own emotion ends and where someone else's emotion begins, or where your own aura ends and someone else's aura begins. Because you feel that very like vivid or visceral connection to others around you. Libra season, I don't know when you're watching this, but Libra season, actually when this goes up, I think Libra season will have just started. So late September to late October could be an important time for the rest of 2024. But Libra, it's about partnerships, relationships, commitments, and harmony, balance and harmony. So the successful completion could be about achieving a harmonious partnership with your person and committing to being in each other's lives. Okay, let's get a message for those who do not currently have a specific person. So if you just finished listening to this message and you want to skip this next one, you can go to this timestamp, which I'll have at the bottom here. But you are welcome to stick around for this message. There may be something in here for you. My group number 3s who don't currently have a specific person in mind. What is the message for them? My group number 3s who don't currently have a specific person in mind. The 9 of thought, which is the 9 of swords. So some of you may be worried about the fact that you haven't met your person yet, or you don't have a specific person yet, or it just could be, you could be in your head about it, could be heavily on your mind. Especially, it's so trippy if you can feel their energy and you do feel them around you, but they're not physically in your 3D experience. That can be very weird. Stop being so hard on yourself and turn your thoughts toward the positive. There's no need to worry. Anticipating the worst isn't helpful. Know that heaven will provide a solution. If you're experiencing sleepless nights or anxiety over a challenge in your life, release the problem to your angels. It's interesting that this is a number 9 because that indicates that you are near completion. So for those of you who don't have a specific person yet, you are about to. You're in those final stages. It's also the number of the Hermit. So you've been maybe feeling like you've done a lot of soul searching, you've done a lot of inner work, you've gone through a lot of your independent journey. And you may sometimes wonder, am I doing something wrong? Am I missing something? Maybe you have tried to manifest meeting this person and it hasn't worked. Maybe you look around you and see other people finding their person and you're like, why me? This is really about getting in your head with those negative thoughts. And like it says, being hard on yourself. So feeling like I'm not doing enough, or I'm doing something wrong, or I've missed something, or the universe is punishing me, or the universe is withholding something from me, or oh my gosh. And it's never ending. Once you get into that mindset, your brain will just come up with more and more reasons to beat yourself up. And then you start beating yourself up for beating yourself up. And it's just such a unhelpful cycle. So yeah, this could be, you could be feeling really in your head. You could also be feeling overstimulated, especially if your consciousness is in many places. That can be overwhelming. So it may be really important to ground. This is the energy of Mars in Gemini. So you could have that placement, or you could be dealing with someone who has that placement. It could also be in synastry. It could be someone who has Mars in your 3rd house. It could be an Aquarius rising, a Virgo rising, who's coming into your life. There's also a message about releasing anxiety and releasing that kind of pent-up mental energy through physical exercise. That could be something vigorous like running or weightlifting. It could be something gentle like, well, yoga can be pretty, I don't do yoga, but yoga can be pretty tough, I think. But you can do a gentle version of it. It could even just be stretching, breathing, walking. It doesn't have to be intense exercise, but I'm just hearing when you're getting in your head and getting anxious, staying still might not be helpful, and getting into motion might be helpful for you. I also think there's an important hint in here about releasing problems to your angels. You may feel frustrated because you're sitting still, but your mind is running a million miles an hour, trying to figure out, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to, oh my gosh, yeah, what do I need to do to manifest this union or manifest this person coming in? And your angel saying, you don't need to do anything, at least not intentionally. You don't need to do anything, because you can leave it to us. We will bring them to you. We will bring you to them. We will guide you together. In fact, we already are. Your mind is just getting ahead of you. Your mind is running. Okay, and let's get a die for you. My camera really wants to focus here, so I'm sorry if the rest has been not focusing. Ooh, we have Venus. So Venus in Gemini could also be significant. Or there could be similarity in your Venus sign and your Mars sign. So like, for example, I have Venus in Pisces and I have Mars in Leo. So if this is my reading, maybe my person has Mars in Pisces, or maybe they have Venus in Leo. It's kind of similar to this because they're both love, harmony, partnership. So regardless of whether or not you've met your person in the 3D yet, the message is the same, that you're coming into a beautiful, loving, harmonious union with them, and there's nothing that you need to worry about. All right, so that concludes the personalized messages. So we're going to get into your timeline of events now, starting from right now at the time that you are watching into the end of the year. I have to say, when I started filming this reading, my throat felt very scratchy, and it still kind of does, which, I mean, it could just be because I've filmed 2 long groups before this, but it's more than usual, and it's definitely standing out to me. So somebody could be, that could be a nod to the throat chakra. Someone needs to be more expressive, or doesn't need to, but someone's being encouraged to be more expressive. And especially with the birds, that's expression, communication. Even mermaids are singers. Maybe you made that connection a long time ago and I'm just saying it now. But one thing about birds and mermaids is that they sing. Now I'm thinking of is it part of your world? Part of that world? I don't know. That, you know, the song that Ariel sings. You might feel like you and your person are kind of in different worlds. and you want to be a part of their world, but you don't know how, or maybe you struggle to feel like there's a place for you in that world, or vice versa. That could be how they feel about you. Which is an illusion, I should add. I just heard humans have a lot in common with each other. I don't know if that's a non-human saying that. You know, humans have so much in common with each other. They have most things in common. We have a lot more in common with each other than we think, and we create all of these imaginary barriers and borders and divisions. Oh geez. When will we learn? Some of you could be in a twin flame connection. I'm also thinking of thyroid for some reason, because there's just that, my throat chakra area is feeling weird, and then I thought about the thyroid gland is right there. I don't know the significance of that, but we have the Fool and Strength, which came out together. Two major arcana coming out together, and these are sister signs, Leo and Aquarius. You and your person could be sister signs. Someone is playing dumb. Sounds bad, but I see it's as if this lion was saying, oh, I'm just a little kitten. Like, the lion's not showing their teeth. The lion's not showing their full power. And this is a strategic move. The lion is not giving away how strong or powerful they actually are. Or the lion is not giving away everything that they know. They're acting like this, da-da-da, I don't know anything. Like, I'm just an unassuming person, but there's this fierce lion beneath. One or both of you could be pretending that you don't feel the intensity of the connection or something like that. But it's strategic. It's not like I don't want to face the truth of my feelings. It's not like that. And I'm not sure in what situation you would have to, or you would feel compelled to do that. Or someone is very knowledgeable about something, or they have a lot of wisdom about something and they're not revealing that yet. Maybe they have to gauge the other party's energy first. This could also be about keeping things sacred, keeping things to yourself when it comes to what you've experienced, what you know, what you're manifesting. Keeping that fierce, passionate lion inside. So yeah, for some of you, this, if you haven't been expressing things, it's not like for some of you, it's maybe that you can't, but for others, you may be choosing not to for some reason. I also see now or in the near future, something that has been a major stressor in your life is disappearing. And it's only after it disappears that you realize just how stressful it actually was. And just how free you feel now. We have, oh my gosh, what did I say, my friends? Look out for the Hierophant and the Temperance card in your readings, because they could be telling you something about the connection. And then we got the Temperance card. And 3 out of 3 cards are major arcana. And this is actually also a major arcana. We have 4 major arcana out of 5 tarot cards that we've pulled. So you are this, if you're already with your person, or you like they're already in your life, this is definitely confirming this is a very high level soul partnership. This, you don't come around this every day. Even within your soulmates, even within your soul family, it does feel like this one is particularly special. The Strength card, I often get the feeling of souls that are best friends, that are inseparable, that are kind of like 2 peas in a pod vibes. They've been through pretty much everything together. And another major arcana, oh my gosh, the Chariot. The 3 of Pentacles flipped over, but it didn't come out, so I'll just remember that it did that. And the Moon. Are you kidding me? Like, so from this deck, every single card, has that even happened before? I mean, I've definitely done readings where most of the cards I pull are major arcana, but like, come on now. And this is also confirmation that divine orchestration is very much at play in your life in general, but more specifically in your love life, and even more specifically in this connection. And so if you're getting in your head, really surrender is the key. Really just, it's easier said than done, right? But letting go of it is the key. You're in very good hands. I think there are many beings who want the best for you and who want the best for the world, who are supporting this connection, who are supporting this union. I just heard something has shifted, but I don't have any further context for that. But something has shifted. Maybe there's more support coming in, or there's been a change. Because even when we talk about divine plan and divine orchestration, that doesn't mean that it's set in stone and it's never going to change. So there could have been some edits made to the script, so to speak, after your higher selves deliberated with each other, with your guides. There's been some changes made. You know, your destined path is not just something that's handed to you, right? It's something that you co-create. Your higher selves co-create with your guides and decide what is best. And there's maybe been a shift in your trajectories. There's more support, or we're going to push more enthusiastically for union. And I'm getting a lot of physical sensations when I read this group's energy. It's a very distinct energy when I'm reading for this kind of connection. So it's standing out. I feel, woo, there's like a lightheadedness, but it's not in a bad way. It actually feels kind of nice. It feels like, woo, like weightless. Or have you ever, oh my gosh, it's reminding me of, I went to a spa. I promise I'm not going to make this a super long tangent, but I went to a spa this last spring, and we went in a sauna, and it was really freaking hot. And we were in there for like 20 minutes. And then when you go outside in the cold, it feels so good. You just feel like weightless and super invigorated. That's kind of how I feel. But there's also something going on like in my, I guess my womb area, like lower stomach, sacral chakra, your gut, where you feel your gut instincts. Anyway, pay attention to physical sensations pertaining to the connection, pertaining to the beings who are helping you. They likely communicate with you through bodily sensations, or when it's time to take action, you might feel that urge physically. When something's the right path for you, that will be confirmed to you through a sensation. Yeah. And I might kind of be all over the place, because I tend to get spacey if there's like very powerful beings present, or if there's a lot of guides present. I do think there are a lot of beings overseeing your connection and your journey right now. Some of them are actively helping. I'm hearing some of them are overseeing it just because they're curious. It's an interesting journey that they're watching play out. Why am I hearing the word case study? I don't know, but it's like these beings are just curious and they're observing what's going on Earth. Maybe your guides are explaining to them, this is what we're doing. Yeah, there's many beings fascinated by this journey. With Temperance, this will be a slow journey that unfolds over a long time. So if you're feeling like, why are things taking so long? It is a lifelong journey. The journey to union, it doesn't really have a start and an end. It's a lifelong process. It's something that you commit to over and over again. It's something that you lose and find over and over again. And this journey will likely be, sorry, the timeline's kind of out the window because we're just talking about your connection. This journey weaves in so many other areas of your life. I see that often with the Temperance card. It's not like you have a journey into union with your person and the other areas of your life are independent and unaffected from that. It kind of all goes together. As you move closer to union in your relationship, you move closer to your spiritual awakening, to finding your purpose, to pursuing the career you're meant to pursue. We had that 3 of Pentacles that flipped over but didn't come out. Meeting the friends you're supposed to meet, meeting your soul family, and healing the relationships you're supposed to heal. Like it's all woven together like that, and there's a lot of pieces. It takes Temperance, it takes such a intricate balance. There's so many pieces that come together, that all come together in the end. What a message that is coming through very strongly that I've already said, but I just want to emphasize how strong it is that you have assistance, and that you shouldn't be shy to ask your guides, to ask your spiritual team for assistance. And I'm hearing like humble, maybe you're making a humble offering to your guides to help you, or they feel humbled by the opportunity to help you. There's a mutual respect between you and your guides. Things will move slowly until they don't. Maybe things, because if we go back to trying to read this as a timeline, the Chariot would be more towards the end. So it could be that things start accelerating towards the end of the year. I just noticed too, the horses, one of them has a yellow thing, whatever that's called, bridle. That might be something completely different. Reins. Sorry, horse people. One of them has yellow and one of them has blue. And that's the color of the Two of Cups people. One of them wears yellow, one of them wears blue. Same with Six of Pentacles. One of them wears yellow, one of them wears blue. And then there's a third person helping them come together. So I feel like these horses are you and your person. And this represents a being or multiple beings who are helping you. And I do think that the timeline is going to accelerate toward the end of this year, after a lot of careful preparations. It's like once a plane starts flying, it goes really freaking fast, but you have to do a lot of inspections on the plane first. There's been a period of careful... Why does that make me emotional? There's been a period of careful inspection, and when we're ready to go, we're ready to go. You've been kind of sitting on the tarmac, sitting on the runway. That's the worst, when you board the plane and then it just sits there and you have to wait. But I feel like that's actually a very good analogy, because when you're flying, you're not the only person, right? There's a bunch of people on other planes who have to get to their destination, and sometimes you have to wait for another plane to arrive first. You have to wait for, oh, we can't go yet because there's these people coming in on the connecting flight and we have to wait for them. Or we can't take off yet because these 3 planes need to take off first. Like, you have to think about all the other planes. There's been a lot of factors and a lot of pieces, a lot of people to consider for the timing of your takeoff, because we want your trajectory to serve the collective in the best way possible, with the things that you and your person, the things you and your person do together and accomplish together. It maybe depends a lot on the timing that you start, because you'll be at a certain point in your life, you'll be at a certain point in your growth, and the world will be in a certain state, and the timing is important. Yeah, but something shifted. Maybe a flight got canceled and so you can take off earlier, or something like that. But this to me is like, it's acceleration, it's a green light. And this is the second time I'm thinking of Lorde in today's video, because Lorde has a song called Green Light and it's very good. And then in another group, someone on a card was reminding me of Lorde. And then we have the Moon as your final card at the end of the year. I want to get a clarifier for this Moon card. Woo! There could be a deity who's working with you. I just had a really weird deja vu of when I was using this deck many years ago, and this card came out and I was talking about a deity. Oh, shut up. I'm leaving. What? What? So I shuffled clarifiers, and we got the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So, jeez. Wish fulfillment, celebration, union, like divine union. It can even talk about weddings, marriages, whether that's like a 3D marriage or a spiritual marriage. Happily ever after, emotional fulfillment, love, family. Like, the happiest cards in the deck, like if you get one or the other, you're set. If you get one or the other, I'm gonna go on about how you got the happiest card and you got both of them and they fell out together. That's insane. So 5 major arcana and then 4 of wands and the 10 of cups. What can I say? It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. But you have to recognize that these energies are already accessible to you. I wonder if the moon represents coming to the end of your journey, so to speak, and realizing that these energies were always there. They were always inside of you. You weren't actually reaching them. You were just remembering them. It's like, you know, coming together with your person in the 3D and then realizing, oh my gosh, we've been in union this whole time. I felt it. This is how I've always felt. This feeling that I get right now, this is what I always had. This is what was always guiding me. This is what was always making me happy. I always had it. Maybe that's why this doesn't really come out as a timeline, because it's not about like moving through time to find your union with them. It's just, it exists. The way, I almost want to say like, and I've probably been using the word union throughout this reading to represent the time where your 3D avatars come together and do stuff together. But the fact that that's being facilitated right now, and the fact that you will come together and do stuff together, it doesn't really make you any more or less in union, because it's all happening at the same time, if that makes sense. I mean, it's kind of trippy, like the moon energy, but you'll understand when you're with them, when you're in their embrace, when you're in their arms, you'll be like, oh shit, I've always been with you. This destination I thought I was supposed to reach, like I've always been there. It was just me. The inside of my ears feel very warm, which that could just be because I'm like, oh, but that seems like an interesting sensation. Okay. So we are gonna take this over to the extended now, where we're going to see the long-term predictions. So what is going on between you and your person beyond the year 2024, what you need to know about your person, a yes or no answer to any question of your choice, including why, and then a relevant time frame in your love life, which could be in 2024 or it could be later. So if that sounds good to you and you'd like to join me in the extended, I'm gonna have that link down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment. However, if you're gonna leave the reading here, I wanna say thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch tons of timeless, exclusive pick a card readings, just like the ones we do on this channel. And you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. And finally, my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really, really appreciate having you here. And I'm sending so much love to you, to your person, your higher selves, the whole world, all of the amazing, amazing beings that you are working with. It is an honor. I feel like it's an honor for you. It's an honor for them. And I'm sending lots of love to your loved ones, both here on Earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!